Goalkeepers, nervous strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
What an absolutely horrible performance by Chelsea. Horrible, horrible performance, from start to finish. First off, I'll give Enzo Maresca his dues. He tried to change things up, going with sort of three at the back, five man, would I say, attack in a way with two sitting central midfielders. But the problem with that is Enzo Fernandez, though he scored the goal, isn't suited to playing that two-man central midfield role, because you have to go box to box. You have to have that ability to both defend and attack in equal measure. So that was one problem. Then Nkunku, I hope this is the final game that he plays for Chelsea. At least the final game he actually starts for Chelsea, because he doesn't show intent, he doesn't show desire to want to play. You can have all the ability in the world, but if you don't want to get in there, if you don't show desire, if you don't show intention, if you're not intentional about playing, then your ability is worth nothing. Your ability is worth nothing. So for me, I hope this is the last game he plays for Chelsea. So that's it. Then Kopama today was missing for most of the time. He had an opportunity, he should have scored, but he didn't take advantage of it. And they had an opportunity where he should have played the man in. He didn't take advantage of it. And then Gusto wasn't really good today. Wasn't really good. He was better than other games as well. And I would attribute that to being allowed to go out wide, and provide with that way. But he just wasn't good enough today. Corella was okay, not fantastic, just okay. And Philip Jorgensen, my God. I've been clamoring for him, giving opportunity. Robert Sanchez, has been poor, hasn't been that good this season, so give the guy an opportunity. But Philip Jorgensen is absolutely poor. Just put it that way. He's poor. Look at the goal he conceded today for the Aston Villa winner. Poor. How do you concede that sort of goal? So Chelsea right now, in terms of the goalkeeping situation, are stuck between the rock and the hard place, because Robert Sanchez comes in, makes a couple of saves. He is quite capable of making the same error that Philip Jorgensen made in this game. So for me, goalkeeper was poor as well. And then back to Enzo Maresca. He didn't make the right changes. Everyone and their dog could see that Aston Villa was playing with a high line. You are trying to press, get in the face of Chelsea. You could see it. It was clear. So when you're taking off someone like Nkunku, who wasn't really contributing to the game, who do you bring on? Oh, it should have been, I'll bring on a pacey winger that can run in behind and at least create balance on either side, while Pedro Neto is doing it on the right. Then you have Tyreek George, who's there. Come on and give that balance on the left. But what did he do? He brought on Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, for all the ability he has, he's not one of those wingers that will be willing to, test the pace of the opposition fullback. He's not one of those wingers that will be willing to run in behind. So you did this against Brighton, it didn't work. And then you've done it again in the same game. And for me, I don't know the obsession with wanting to force the ball through the middle, especially when you know the team wasn't playing with any out-and-out striker. This takes me back to Enzo Maresca again. If you know that is what you wanted to do tactically, then I know Nicholas Jackson is out injured. I know McGee is out injured. But at least play Shemi Mweka there, who's an actual striker. Then you can say, okay, I will try that. Because all the time the balls went long down the middle, there was nobody to, hold the ball up for other people to join the attack. So for me, poor performance Enzo Maresca, poor performance by the players. Kudos to Enzo Maresca, he tried to change things up, going with that three-man back line. But my word, team was poor. And yet again, in-game management Enzo Maresca was almost non-existent today. Fernandez was poor despite the goal he scored. Palmer wasn't too good today. And then Nkunku, Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. He should not ever start for Chelsea again. Now, you could be upset. You could want to leave a club. You could be feeling like you were treated poorly. Fair enough. But wouldn't it serve you well to, even if you don't want to play for the team, even if you don't want to play because of your teammates, but wouldn't it serve you better to come on and play your best so that you put yourself in the shop window, so that the likes of Bayern Munich could come in to have a look at you, Inter Milan could come and have a look at you, Juventus come and have a look at you and could sign you? Wouldn't it serve you better to play that way? As opposed to, he wasn't willing to go after any ball. He wasn't willing to move his toes if the ball wasn't just right in front of him. So for me, I hope it doesn't start anymore. And it's looking like those Champions League spots are becoming more and more, a distant future. They become more of a mirage now. So maybe Chelsea would take Europa League this season, finishing Europa League spots. But then again, it's smelling like another season where Manchester United could just go on and then win, the FA Cup, and and that'll be it again. And then you stuck with the Conference League. Finishing Europa League will sort of give the owners something to preach about and say progress. Or we didn't have Europe, we got the Conference League, and then from Conference League, we're able to get to Europa League, and then next season we'll be getting the Champions League. To sell that sort of PR. For me, everyone was horrible today. I have little or no hope. I don't want to sound negative, but I have little or no hope of Chelsea getting to Champions League spots this season. And if it is 3 years on the bounce with no Champions League football, that means you'll be unable to get those players you want to get. Finances will be down again. And who knows what PSR would, the lovely thing that PSR would spring up. So that's it. And that is why, back to Enzo Maresca again, when you have a full squad, don't fall into this lazy narrative that everyone wants to peddle. Oh, the squad is too big, the squad is too big, trim it down, trim it down. Now you've trimmed it down to the level where once a player is injured, everything goes to shit. Apologies for my French. Once a player goes down, everything just goes up in smoke. Once a player is injured, that's it. This again, maybe you'd have brought in a João Felix, but he's nowhere to be found. So Enzo Maresca's in-game management, poor. His tactical, the way he set the team up was okay, but wrong personnel as well. Enzo Fernandez can't play in that two-man midfield role. It just wouldn't happen. And Pedro Neto today, for me, I always want Chelsea to win over any player I like or any player I rate. But when you see Neto play and you see what Madueke would have brought to this team, would have brought to this type of setup, then you know that all the harsh criticisms he was getting while he was playing and scoring goals. Now, what do we make of that? So, for me, what do you make of this? Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to the video. I know this is not a video you want to like. Maybe you're a rival fan and you like the fact that Chelsea is suffering at this minute. Maybe you do. If you do, you like the video. If you're a Chelsea fan, just to support the channel, not because you're happy with the loss, because I am absolutely upset with this loss. You can like and share the video, and let's see, and that'll be that. So, but for me, overall, this was a poor, shocking performance. I'm not sure Chelsea will be able to get 6 points in the next 2 games. This is absolutely poor, shocking performance. Shocking performance. I wonder what you make of it. But I've come to the end of this video, so I'll see you on yet another video. Do have a splendid rest of your evening. Bye-bye.